Hello and welcome to the world of artificial intelligence. My name is Catherine McMillan. I am an AI prompt engineer intern for the Veterans Affairs Office for the State Department, and today we wanted to give you a presentation on large language models and how we implement them here in the Veterans Affairs Office, and just give you some background knowledge for moving forward as the next generation of professionals in the VA DME. So today we're going to be going over some of these topics. Here is our brief table of contents. And just as an introduction, we're going to be going over the significance and what to expect when using artificial intelligence here. Then we're going to go over understanding large language models, so far as like the concepts of tokens, training data, and the architecture. We also have business use cases where we're going to delve into the efficiency and decision making. In part 4, we're going to go over effective prompts, which is really important because that's a lot of what we are using like ChatGPT with. And we're going to go over tips for prompt uses. And then in part 5, we're going to go over an overview of various AI tools. So although we prefer using ChatGPT in the VA DME, we also want to give you a background on some of the other AI programs that are available. And then in part 6, we're just going to do a conclusion, discuss some of the ethical implications and considerations with AI. And then in part 7, we're going to go over a general Q&A. And so let's get started. So in this first part, we're just going to be introducing the significance of artificial intelligence in our current age and what to expect. So in today's digital age, AI plays a pivotal role in enhancing efficiency, driving innovation, and shaping the future of digital interactions. Its applications range from simplifying tasks to making sense of vast data sets, and it's rapidly becoming an indispensable tool in various sectors, including digital media engagement. So this guide will lay the groundwork on AI tools, explain the workings of large language models, and showcase their real-world uses in digital media. And by the end, hopefully you'll gain insights vital for your role at the VA DME, placing you at the cutting edge of technological advancements in our field. So let's go over a brief history and the evolution of AI. So starting with the origins, the seeds of AI were sown in the 1940s and 50s, when Alan Turing, a British mathematician, introduced the concept of machines that could simulate any human intelligence, leading to the famous Turing test, which could determine if a machine can exhibit human-like intelligence. And then moving on into the dawn of AI in 1956, the term artificial intelligence was coined at the Dartmouth Conference in 1956, marking the birth of AI as an academic discipline. So early pioneers like John McCarthy and Marvin Minsky had high hopes, setting the stage for decades of research. But then this followed boom and bust cycles, or was followed by boom and bust cycles, where the subsequent decades saw alternating periods of optimism and disappointment. So while there were significant advancements, such as the development of expert systems in the 1970s and 80s, there were also AI winters, which were characterized by reduced funding and skepticism due to unmet expectations. And then moving on, we have neural networks and deep learning, where in the 1990s and 2000s, there was witnessed a resurgence in AI interests. So this was driven by the rise of neural networks and machine learning. And the concept of deep learning, inspired by the human brain's architecture, emerged as a game changer, leading to breakthroughs in image and speech recognition. And then moving on into the modern AI renaissance, the last decade has been transformative. With the advent of big data, advanced algorithms, and increased computational power, AI systems, especially large language models, have achieved feats previously deemed impossible. From defeating world champions in board games to real-time language translation, AI capabilities have expanded exponentially. And then looking into the future, we can say that right now we stand on the cusp of a new era, as AI continues to evolve, integrating with other technologies and reshaping industries. Its potential is vast and its implications profound, making it essential for professionals in all fields, including digital media engagement, to stay informed and engaged. So now let's go over the main part of this presentation, which is on the large language models. And so to define large language models, or LLMs, They're a subset of machine learning models that process and generate human-like text. They are trained on vast amounts of textual data, enabling them to generate coherent, contextually relevant, and often indistinguishable from human text. And then the significance of this is that it has developed on an unprecedented scale. So LLMs like ChatGPT operate on a scale previously unseen in the AI world, with billions of parameters that help them understand context and nuance. There's also a lot of versatility in the large language models. So from content creation to answering queries, LLMs can be applied across a myriad of tasks that involve language. And then as far as accessibility, with cloud-based deployment, businesses and individuals can access these models without the need for high-end computational infrastructure.
Now let's go over narrow AI versus general AI / weak AI versus strong AI. So let's begin with weak AI. This is a system designed and trained for a particular task. So unlike humans, these AI systems cannot perform tasks outside their specific domain. And examples like this are chatbots or Siri or Alexa or image recognition software where it has a specific designated task and it can only perform that. It doesn't have consciousness. It cannot do the same things exactly as a human can. But these are highly specialized in their domain, so they have extreme expertise in what they're designed to perform, and these operate under a predefined set or context, so they're narrow in that regard, and these systems do not possess consciousness, emotions, or general reasoning abilities like human beings. So ChatGPT is an example of narrow AI. So that's the kind of AI that's used in common now. It's used in everyday functions and it's accessible to people. In contrast with that, there is general AI or strong AI, which is what you will see in a sci-fi depiction of AI usually. So like the Terminator or in 2001 Space Odyssey, where they have these robots that exhibit emotional capacity or free will or cognizance. That right now is largely theoretical at this point and with no existing real-world implementations. And so that's kind of what people are afraid of when it comes to AI, where it gets a bad rep, is in this concept of general AI or strong AI. But so far, what we're working with is narrow AI, and that's just here's a prompt, and then the artificial intelligence is able to calculate that and respond. So when we're comparing LLMs with traditional AI tools, it's important to distinguish them by their capabilities. So traditional AI tools were often designed for specific tasks like image recognition or data sorting, and LLMs, on the other hand, are more versatile and can handle a variety of language-based tasks without task-specific training. And then as far as the training data, so while both traditional AI and LLMs require data for training, LLMs are trained on a vast corpora of diverse textual data, enabling them to understand context, idioms, and even cultural references. And then as far as interactivity, traditional AI tools often operate based on predefined rules or patterns. So LLMs can interact more fluidly, adjusting their responses based on the input they receive. And then as far as complexity, the architecture and size of LLMs in terms of parameters are significantly larger than many traditional models. And this complexity allows them to capture intricate patterns in language, but also requires more computational resources. And then just overall, the emergence of large language models marks a significant milestone in the AI journey, and their ability to understand and generate human-like text opens up a plethora of opportunities, especially in fields like digital media engagement, where communication and context are paramount. So now moving into part 2, we're going to be going over how we understand large language models and key concepts like tokens, training data, and architecture. So now let's go over some of these key concepts for tokens, training data, and architecture. So the key concepts that you should take away with tokens are their
definition and significance. So in the context of language models, a token can be as short as one character or as long as one word. So, for example, if you were to say ChatGPT is great, this would be broken down into tokens. So tokens would be the individual words. So it would be ChatGPT is great. And then the significance of this is that because the tokens are the building blocks of LLMs, these are what are used to read, understand, and generate text. And the number of tokens a model can handle in one go or its context window can impact its ability to understand longer passages. And then for the training data, for the definition, we can say that the vast amounts of textual data on which LLMs are trained. So the significance lies in the foundation of knowledge. So LLMs derive their knowledge from the data they've trained on. The diversity and quality of this data can determine the model's ability to understand and generate accurate and contextually relevant text. And then this also goes into bias and fairness. So training data also influences the bias in a model. So a model can be trained on biased data, and then in this case, it will likely exhibit those biases in its outputs. So then going into the architecture, the underlying structure and design principles of the model are the definition of the architecture. And then, for example, ChatGPT's architecture, like other models in the GPT, by the way, GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, and that's just the acronym for that. And then that's the GPT series, and this is based on the Transformer architecture, and this design allows the model to handle long-range dependencies in text, making it adept at understanding context. So that's really important to understand. And then the layers and parameters for the architecture are that ChatGPT has multiple layers and billions of parameters, and that each parameter adjusts during training to help the model better predict the next word in a sentence. And it has attention mechanisms, which are key features of the transformer architecture, and allows the model to focus on different parts of the input text when generating an output, mimicking how humans pay attention to specific words when understanding sentences. So that's a lot to digest maybe at once. And so I just want to say that in summary, these large language models with their intricate architecture and vast training data represent the cutting edge of AI's capabilities in understanding and generating human-like text. Grasping these key concepts provides a foundation for appreciating the potential and challenges of working with such models, especially in the realm of digital media engagement. And now let's go into some common questions addressed, starting with, does AI really think? And the short answer is no, AI doesn't think in the way humans do, and this can be explained by basically, so while AI, especially in models like ChatGPT, can process information and generate outputs that seem intelligent, they don't possess consciousness, emotions, or self-awareness. Their responses are the result of patterns learned from vast amounts of data. So they don't understand content in the same way humans do. They merely replicate patterns they've seen during their training. And then going into the limitations of AI, as far as a lack of true understanding, AI models don't understand context and nuance in the same way humans do, and they can't genuinely comprehend emotions, humor, or cultural nuance. There's also, this touches on bias and fairness, though. So if like, say you give information to ChatGPT and this information is possessing biased data, AI can perpetuate and even amplify those biases in its outputs. There's also a dependency on data, so the quality of AI's output is heavily dependent on the quality and diversity of its training data, and there's also a lack of creativity in AI in that it can generate content based on patterns, but it doesn't truly create in the human sense. It doesn't have original thoughts or feelings. So to think of this, basically the content that AI language models can output is basically like a collage of the information you provide it in many ways. It's not generating new information. It's pulling information from the information you give it, or if it's outsourcing information from the internet. As far as the capabilities of AI, there's processing at scale, so AI can process vast amounts of information at speeds incomprehensible to humans. There's consistency, unlike humans, in that AI doesn't get tired or emotional, ensuring consistent outputs. There is adaptability, so modern AI models can learn and adapt to new information, improving over time. And for multitasking, AI can perform multiple tasks simultaneously, from data analysis to content generation. And so then in summary, while AI, especially models like ChatGPT, offers remarkable capabilities, it's essential to approach it with clear understanding of what it can and cannot do, and recognizing its limitations ensures that we can use it effectively and ethically, especially in fields like digital media engagement, where accuracy, fairness, and context are very important to us. And now moving into part 3, we're going to go over some business use cases, delving into efficiency and decision-making when using AI. So there are several benefits of using AI in business, and so let's talk about those. So AI is really great for streamlining operations. So AI can automate repetitive tasks from data entry to customer support inquiries, allowing businesses to allocate human resources to more strategic roles. It also is great for reducing errors in that AI systems, once properly trained, can consistently perform tasks with minimal errors, ensuring higher quality outputs. There are also faster response times in that AI tools, especially in customer service, like chatbots, can provide instant responses, enhancing user experience. And then there's also scalability. So AI-driven solutions can handle large volumes of tasks simultaneously, allowing businesses to scale operations without linear increases in costs. So as far as data-driven decision-making goes and the benefits of using AI in business, there are also things to consider, such as insight generation. So AI can analyze vast data sets to uncover patterns, trends, and insights that might be invisible to human analysts. There's predictive data analytics, which AI models can predict future trends based on historical data, aiding businesses in proactive decision-making. For instance, predicting sales trends, customer behaviors, or potential inventory shortages. There's also personalization. So AI can help businesses tailor experiences for individual users or customers based on their behavior and preferences, enhancing engagement and loyalty. There's risk management. So AI can assist in identifying potential risks, from financial anomalies that might indicate fraud to potential PR issues in digital media content. So for organizations, especially in the realm of digital media engagement, AI isn't just a fancy tool, it's a transformative force. So because by automated tasks, you can provide deep insights and enable proactive strategies, and AI tools empower businesses to operate more efficiently and make more informed decisions, and so they can deliver superior value to their stakeholders. So here we have some specific use cases for using AI in business. So you can use it to write employee evaluations, for example. In this way, you can get automated feedback generation. So AI can analyze performance metrics and generate preliminary feedback drafts. And then from there, you can allow managers to fine-tune and personalize these statements. There's also bias minimization. By using standardized criteria, AI can help reduce unconscious biases in evaluations. So you can start from using data instead of just your personal opinion of someone, and then you can go from there. As far as preparing reports, you can use it for data visualization. So AI tools can automatically generate charts, graphs, and other visual representations based on raw data. There's also narrative generation. So AI can create coherent narratives or summaries based on vast data sets, highlighting key insights. You can use it for analyzing data further and trend identification. So AI can sift through large data sets to identify emerging trends or patterns, kind of like we mentioned before. but it can also be used for predictive analysis. So AI models can forecast future outcomes based on historical data, aiding in proactive decision making. For writing articles, and this is quite important because that's what our department does for the VA, it's really great for content drafting. So AI can generate articles based on provided keywords or topics, which can then be refined by human writers. It's a lot of what we do. So as an AI prompt engineer myself, we can give ChatGPT a person or an event to talk about for the VA, and then we give it specifics, how we want it written, what we want to say, some key elements that we want in there, and then those are the most important things of the article. And then from there, the ChatGPT can then write from that and then make something compelling to read as well. And it kind of just takes out that middle part of writing where you're writing, just trying to figure out how to say this, what you want to say. And it kind of skips that part for you, and then you can go back and do the details of it and make sure that it's accurate. You want to fact check it, but it really helps with consistency as far as having so many writers on in our department. It's really great for consistency. And then it's really great for research assistants, definitely. So AI can quickly scan multiple sources to gather relevant information or statistics for an article. So if we have a specific person we want to talk about, we can ask AI, like, can you find articles on this person, please? And then it can bring out those articles and then lead us to the right place, and then we can go from there. Here we have some more specific use cases. So you can use AI for creating social media content. So you, for example, you can use it to determine what the most optimal time is to post on social media platforms. And that's really great for optimizing your engagement. You can use it for content personalization. So AI can tailor content based on user behavior and preferences, ensuring higher engagement rate. Also for sentiment analysis. So AI can gauge public sentiment based on comments and reactions, providing insights into content effectiveness. I think that's pretty cool. So you can see what people really like and kind of use that to tailor what you're posting. For updating resumes, AI is really great because it can suggest improvements or highlight missing elements in your resume. And this can be great to ensure that your resume aligns with the job description that you're applying for. And then you can also use it for formatting and designing your resume. So AI-driven tools can automatically format and design resumes to make them more visually appealing. AI is also commonly more used in customer support. So AI-driven chatbots can handle common customer inquiries, ensuring instant responses and freeing up human agents for more complex issues. And then there's also issue predictions, though that by analyzing past interactions, AI can predict potential issues a customer might face and proactively offer solutions. We also have content moderation. So through automated filtering, AI can scan and filter out inappropriate or harmful content from digital platforms, ensuring a safe user environment. There's also trend monitoring, so AI can identify emerging content trends, aiding in strategy formulation for digital media engagement. So now for part 4, we're going to go over some effective prompts you want to consider, and this goes over the importance and some tips we want to offer you for writing prompts in business and for our DME team. So now let's get into the art of prompting. So let's start off with understanding the model. So before crafting a prompt, it's essential to understand the capabilities and limitations of the AI model you're working with. Knowing what the model excels at and where it might struggle can guide your prompting strategies. Context is key, so providing the model with clear context can significantly improve the relevance and accuracy of the LLM's response. So for instance, specifying the sentence "write a brief summary" for a DME audience can yield more targeted results than a generic "write a summary." It's also really important to consider being clear and concise when dealing with ChatGPT specifically. So as far as precision, you want a well-defined prompt that reduces ambiguity, ensuring that the AI's output aligns closely with the desired outcome. For efficiency, you want clear prompts that can reduce the need for multiple iterations, saving time and computational resources. And then for consistency, especially in business and DME settings, consistent prompting ensures uniform outputs, maintaining a consistent brand or communication style. So here are some tips our team put together for getting the most desired outputs when you're prompt writing. First off, you want to be explicit when you're writing your prompts. So if you have a specific format or style in mind, it's important to state it in the initial prompt. So for instance, you want to say, provide a bullet point list of, or write in a formal tone, and giving ChatGPT those kind of details for when it's writing are really important to get what you want. There's also iterative refinement. So if the first response isn't perfect, it's basically just trial and error. So you want to tweak your prompt based on the output and try again. And then, so you can say things like, don't use this, don't say that, or focus more on this, use this kind of style, or say only write off the information I provided you. Especially if you see ChatGPT mentioning things that aren't relevant to your article, then you just want to specifically tell it using only the information I provided you. It's just my own little tip. So iterative prompting can be really helpful in honing the desired result, though, so it's just trial and error. You want to use examples. So sometimes providing an example within the prompt can guide the AI towards the kind of answer you're looking for, which is like a good thing to consider. And then you want to limit the length. So for models with token limits, ensure your prompt isn't overly verbose, so like not too wordy, leaving enough room for the model to generate a sufficiently detailed response. Because our articles aren't very long, you want to tell it how many words you need, and so that you don't have to go back and cut out a bunch of things or try to rework things so that it fits. If you just tell ChatGPT, I need it in this many words, then it can do that for you. And there's also something to consider called feedback loops. So especially in DME, where audience engagement is crucial, it's great to use feedback from stakeholders to refine prompts over time, ensuring content remains relevant and impactful. And then just overall, it's important that crafting effective prompts is both an art and a science. It requires a deep understanding of the AI tool in order to use it effectively and have a clear vision of the desired outcome. Especially in domains like businesses and here with the DME, where precision and relevance are paramount. Mastering the art of prompting can unlock the full potential of AI tools, driving efficiency and engagement. And this next part, we just want to show you some examples of well-crafted prompts, just so that you have something to see how it works. We just want to show you these so that you get an idea of what goes in to the prompt in order to get what we post. So basically what goes in and what comes out. So in this first one, we're talking about how we're making a Facebook post and we're highlighting a veteran's journey from active duty to successful entrepreneurship. And you're just telling ChatGPT that prompt. I'm assuming that the prompt engineer provided more information about the specific person too, though. But yeah, so you can see right here in brackets where it says veteran's name. It's just building like a structure. So you can input that person's name there, or you can tell ChatGPT the first time, like we're talking about this specific person, and then they'll write about that instead. And then the next one, we're using it for a tweet here. Here's some more examples. We more specifically write for the blog usually, so these are good examples of prompts that we use for blog writing generation. So in this first one, we're saying draft an introductory paragraph for a blog post titled Navigating VA Services, a Comprehensive Guide. And then down here we have what ChatGPT produced. And then here on the right, very similar thing. Here's another example. This one's used for just social media engagement posts. So this could be, this one looks like you could use it for Twitter, maybe Instagram or something. But yeah, so using hashtags, which are important. It's upbeat, and it's just something that you wanna. It looks like a human wrote it, basically. So it kind of just touches on all the things that you would want to say when you're posting. Now for part 5, let's do an overview of various AI tools. So the AI landscape is vast and ever evolving. While models like ChatGPT have garnered significant attention, several other models and tools have emerged, each with its unique capabilities and applications. And so we just wanted to show you an introduction to some of these other groundbreaking models. So here are some of the other AI tools that are becoming increasingly popular, although ChatGPT is pretty much like the standard. Like most people use ChatGPT in like our realm. We have Claude, Bard, Llama, Stable Diffusion, Midjourney, and CodeLlama. I'll give you a little overview of each of them. So Claude was developed by Anthropic, and it's a next-generation AI assistant designed to be helpful, honest, and harmless. It can perform a wide variety of conversational text processing tasks, and there are 2 versions. There's the high-performance Claude and Claude Instant, which is a lighter and faster variant. But Claude is accessible via chat interface and API, making it versatile across industries. For Bard is becoming increasingly more popular. It was developed by Google, and it combines the world's knowledge with a large language model capabilities, and it can draw information from the web, simplifying complex topics and aiding users in exploring various subjects, also just like ChatGPT. There's Llama, and this is a foundational large language model designed to advance AI research. It's available in various sizes and focuses on Latin and Cyrillic alphabets, and it's trained on text from the 20 most spoken languages. So that's really cool. This one can touch upon more languages more specifically, which is really interesting if you're working more like the language areas. And there's also Stable Diffusion, and this is a latent diffusion model. So it generates AI images from text, and it compresses images into latent space before creating new images based on the input text. So this means that it's able to work off prompts to generate images, but those images are, from what I understand, taken pieces from like a bunch of other images on the internet to respond to the prompt. And then there's Midjourney, and this is an independent research lab known for its AI models that generate images from text prompts. And in their latest model, Midjourney v5.2, it is renowned for producing detailed and sharp images. And then there's also CodeLlama, and this was developed by Meta AI, and this is a fine-tune for generating and discussing code. But yeah, this was just like a little overview of these more popular large language models. But overall, the AI domain is rich with modules and tools, each being tailored for specific tasks and challenges. And for new interns diving into this world of AI, it's crucial to understand this diverse landscape, and to how, like, moving forward, you just want to know like what else is out there, what's on the up and what's coming up, and just like keeping on the cutting edge of technology, like what's around, what are people using, what are people saying. And so it's important to think about some of these things. Our team also ran through a comparative analysis among these LLMs, and so if you would like, you can read some of these. It just goes into more detail on the strengths and weaknesses between some of the LLMs. So this is for Claude versus Bard. This is comparing Stable Diffusion to Midjourney. And to me, this is one stands out more so than the others. It's comparing CodeLlama to Llama, and that for CodeLlama, it's more for coding, so you can use it with programs like Python, Java, C++, and JavaScript. And that's more so in like the coding realm, whereas Llama is more for multilingual support, and it's trained on text from the 20 most spoken languages. And so it's really like cool to compare. So like coding language versus spoken languages here. And then now we're moving into part 6, which is our conclusion. And we just want to talk about the future of AI and consider some ethical implications as well as community engagement. So we've talked about the history, we've talked about current day, and now let's talk about the future of AI. So the future of AI tools in business, as we stand on the precipice of a new era in technology, we have to consider the role of how AI tools in business are becoming more increasingly evident. So their transformative potential is reshaping industries, streamlining operations, and offering unprecedented opportunities for innovation. And engaging with the AI community is really important to consider as well in the field that we're working in, because we're using a lot of AI tools here. And this realm of artificial intelligence is very dynamic, and that with innovations and advancements emerging at unprecedented pace for businesses and individuals alike, staying engaged with the AI community is not just beneficial, it's essential. So for predictions and trends, we can talk about how personalized customer experiences may be affected in the future, and that with the evolution of AI models, businesses will be able to offer even more personalized experiences to their customers, from tailored product recommendations to individualized content delivery. AI will drive customer engagement to new heights. And then there's also decision-making augmentation. So AI tools will play a pivotal role in assisting businesses with data-driven decision-making. It's kind of like we talked about before. And that by analyzing vast data sets, these tools will provide actionable insights, helping businesses to strategize more effectively. And then there's also the automation and efficiency to consider, and that routine tasks will see further automation, allowing human employees to focus on more complex and creative aspects of their roles, and this will lead to increased efficiency and productivity across various sectors. And there's also the continuous learning and evolution. So AI models will continue to learn and evolve, adapting to changing business landscapes and consumer behaviors. And this adaptability will ensure that businesses remain competitive and at the forefront of innovation. And then lastly, there are integration in every sector. So from healthcare to finance, education to entertainment, AI tools will become a more integral part of every industry, revolutionizing processes and systems. So now let's discuss some ethical considerations in regards to AI. So while the future of AI in business is undoubtedly promising, it's essential to approach it with a sense of responsibility and ethical consideration. So starting with transparency and accountability, it's crucial for businesses to understand how their AI tools make decisions. This understanding promotes transparency and ensures that businesses can be held accountable for the actions of their AI systems. And then for bias and fairness, as AI models are trained on vast amounts of data, there are a lot of potential risks perpetuating existing biases. So businesses must ensure that their AI tools are trained on diverse data sets to avoid unintentional discrimination. And then for privacy concerns, it's important to consider how with AI tools processing vast amounts of personal data, businesses must prioritize user privacy. And implementing robust data protection measures and being transparent about data usage are essential steps in this direction. In terms of job displacement, while AI can automate many tasks, there's a concern about job displacement in certain sectors, and businesses should focus on upskilling their workforce, ensuring that employees can work alongside tools with AI effectively. So in conclusion, the horizon of AI in business is vast and filled with potential. By harnessing the power of these tools responsibly and ethically, businesses can usher in a new era of innovation, efficiency, and growth. And as far as the importance of continuous learning, we're going to talk about some of these points. So there's keeping pace with innovation, and the AI landscape is evolving rapidly. So continuous learning ensures that businesses and professionals remain updated with the latest tools, techniques, and best practices. There are also competitive advantages to understanding how AI models work, because in a market where many businesses are leveraging AI, staying informed and updated provides a competitive edge. It allows for the early adoption of transformative technologies. And for addressing challenges, engaging with the AI community provides insights into the challenges faced by others and the solutions they found.
This collective knowledge can be invaluable. And then for ethical and responsibilities in AI, you want continuous learning also means staying updated on the ethical considerations and the best practices for responsible AI deployment. And here we just talk about some resources and platforms for staying updated. So there are conferences and workshops. So events like Neural IPS, ICML, and AAAI offer deep dives into the latest AI research and applications. They're also excellent for networking opportunities. And then there are online courses. So platforms like Coursera, Udacity, and edX offer courses on AI and machine learning, ranging from beginner to advanced levels. There are also forums and communities. So websites like Stack Overflow, Reddit, and r/machine learning on Reddit, and the AI Alignment Forum are vibrant communities where professionals discuss challenges, share resources, and provide insights. There are research journals, so publications like the Journal of Artificial Intelligence Research, also known as JAIR, and the Artificial Intelligence Journal provide peer-reviewed research, ensuring that readers are getting information at the cutting edge of the field. There are also podcasts like the AI podcast by NVIDIA and The Talking Machines, which delve into various AI topics, often featuring interviews with experts in the field. And also there are blogs and newsletters. So many AI researchers and organizations maintain blogs or send out newsletters, and websites like the OpenAI blog, Google AI blog, and the MIT Technology Review. Technology Review AI section are great resources as well. And then there are also AI collaborative and labs, so engaging directly with institutions like OpenAI, DeepMind, and Facebook AI research can provide insights into the latest projects and research directions. But overall, in essence, the AI community is a vast reservoir of knowledge, innovation, and collaboration. And by actively engaging and continuously learning, businesses and professionals can ensure they harness the full potential of the AI responsibly and effectively. That did conclude the majority of our presentation, but we do want to go over some commonly asked questions and answers about AI, which we will now cover. So first of all, what's the primary difference between narrow AI and general AI? So essentially, narrow AI is designed to perform a specific task without possessing general problem-solving abilities, while general AI would have the ability to understand, learn, and perform any intellectual task that a human can. So narrow AI is still very limited in that capacity. How do large language models like ChatGPT differ from traditional AI tools? So large language models are trained on vast amounts of text data, allowing them to generate human-like text based on the patterns they've learned. And traditional AI tools might be rule-based or designed for specific tasks without the extensive generalization capabilities of LLMs. Does AI really think? So no, AI doesn't really think in the way that humans can. It processes information and follows algorithms. It doesn't possess emotions, consciousness, or genuine understanding. What are tokens in the context of AI? So as we mentioned before, tokens can be as short as one character or as long as one word in the context of language models, and they are chunks of data that the model reads at once. And how can businesses benefit from AI tools? Kind of as we talked about before, so AI tools can enhance efficiency, automate routine tasks, and provide data-driven insights, as well as personalized customer experiences, and so much more. And what are some ethical considerations when using AI? So concerns include potential biases in AI models, transparency and accountability in AI decision-making, user privacy, and the potential for job displacement. How can one stay updated with the latest in AI? So by engaging with the AI community through conferences, online courses, forums, research journals, blogs, newsletters, and podcasts are crucial ways that you can stay engaged in the AI community and understanding what's going on the cutting edge of this technology. Are there any AI tools specifically designed for generating images? So yes, as we mentioned before, we were talking about Stable Diffusion as well as Midjourney. These are examples of AI models that generate images based on text prompts. And how does Claude differ from other AI models? So Claude was developed by Anthropic, and it was designed to be helpful, honest, and harmless. It's suitable for a wide variety of conversational and text processing tasks, as well as it offers a both high-performance version and a lighter, faster version called Claude Instant. And what is the significance of continuous learning in the AI domain? So because the AI landscape is evolving rapidly, it's important that continuous learning ensures that professionals remain updated with the latest tools, techniques, and best practices, maintaining a competitive edge and addressing challenges effectively. And it's also important to remember that the field of AI is vast and ever-evolving. So these questions only scratch the surface, but they provide a foundational understanding of the topics we've covered. And always be curious and never hesitate to delve deeper into any subject that piques your interest. And I want to thank you for taking the time to learn with us today, and we look forward to working with you here at the VA DME. And then here's a link to our website for the DME interns. And again, my name is Catherine McMillan. It was so nice to have this presentation with you guys. I also want to extend the majority of my thanks to our team for the DME interns. They put so much work into this presentation, so much went into building this, into researching, into fact-checking, into just writing the presentation. I'm only the presenter, so I'm only one person that you see that was part of a much larger team working on this, and we really hope that this was helpful to you guys, and look forward to working with you in the future. And take care. Bye.